We're back with Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, we've got calls coming in. You want to take a call? We got Steve,
No doubt.
Steven from Massachusetts.
What's
How
up,
are you?
Steven?
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Good.
I'm good.
Go ahead with your question for Charlie.
Yeah, hey, Charlie. Been a big fan for a long time. Hey, just wondering what it was like for you working on the Chappelle show, and do you still talk to Dave at all?
Absolutely, man. Me and Dave are gonna do some stuff in 2014. We're gonna go on the road a little taste, do some stuff. And I talk to him as much as I talk to any other man, which is like maybe once a month.
Was
Awesome. What was it like working on the show, though? Was he fun to work with? Was there good camaraderie?
Oh yeah, man. He's a fun dude to work with. He's a funny guy, man. How could that not be fun?
Yeah. It always seemed like you guys were having fun, man. I wish I could have been there.
We were having fun. I'm glad you was able to see that, man, because we definitely were having fun.
Was it just the show ended when Dave just stopped
abruptly?
the show?
Yes, the show ended abruptly.
Was that what? Do you
Like
remember?
all of a sudden, this room just turned pitch black, and when the lights came on, nobody was here.
Do you have
how
any?
it-
Do you have any inkling, like, as to what precipitated that, or
No.
is it just-
That was way above my pay grade at the time. I didn't know.
Do you
Whatever went on with him and Comedy Central, that to this day is between them.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks for your call, Stephen. Now you're doing a new show on Adult Swim. Are you doing that show now, or?
Black Jesus, right?
Yeah.
We start doing that like next year, January, February.
And you do your own show, a show on Crackle and.
Yeah, we have some videos on Crackle. I think it's like 9 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer doing that, or the stand-up, or being on the road? Do you
I prefer to get a movie career where I can have love scenes and work once a year. That's what I prefer.
Really nice. Yeah.
Do you remember what it was like when, obviously when Eddie just took off and became the biggest.
Do I remember? Of course, man. It was
that moment
that was
when you
mind-blowing,
realized
man.
when he was just the biggest star in the world, and that must have just been an unbelievable.
Yeah, man,
time.
and I'm glad that he allowed me to, to be around and experience that with him. I had a good time. That was great. Yeah. I mean, when I watch Entourage or the Real World, right? That we did that. That was our life. Nobody had the idea like this could be a TV show. Look how many episodes of The Real World have Big Brother. That was our life. It was a bunch of guys living in the mansion in Beverly Hills, and everybody was under 30, and it was very buck wild.
So when you were out, the story on Chappelle's show, when you were out and Prince came up and invited you back to his house, and then you ended up
really happened.
And you ended up playing basketball with Prince, and he was wearing the blouse, and it was the blouses versus that really happened. Prince is like a good baller, a basketball player.
He played in a blouse?
Absolutely.
He really played in a blouse?
Well, you know how he dresses, man.
a frilly.
Something
wow. So could he shoot?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
He could handle the ball? I mean, he was a good basketball player.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Don't get it twisted. What's unbelievable about that?
I don't know. He's just so small.
Well, if you take anybody else to put frilly clothes on, that doesn't mean he can't.
Yeah, I know.
Dennis Rodman, he had a wedding dress on. Come on, man. It's beyond what Prince did.
I guess you're right.
And he won a championship ring in the NBA. Think about that.
Yeah. But he was also 6'9" or 6'10".
6'9" with a wedding dress and a horse-drawn carriage. Won the NBA championship.
You're right.
All right, well,
remember that.
Give us a call if you want to talk to Charlie. We'll be back in a minute. We're here with Charlie Murphy, 888-936-8822. You're watching the Artie Lange Show. Charlie Murphy is here.
Charlie Murphy, Tom Green.
We have Tony calling from Florida.
What's up, Tone?
Yo.
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 How you doing?
Yo.
Tony just burned one.
Yeah.
He said, yo.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie Murphy, you tell the greatest story of a paraplegic football player that you would flip over and stomp his face, and it's the greatest story ever. And I just want to say I'm a fan of your comedy. I'm a fan of Tom Green, and I love you guys. And I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Do you want to?
That's a little concerning.
A football player today complained of being bullied in the locker room.
Yeah, exactly.
Quit the team.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
They didn't take you aback. Like what?
Well,
he's in the NFL. Bully.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
kinda
big
deep,
deal.
man.
It's a big deal.
How is it a big deal,
They're
man?
blowing it out of the water. Well, did
That's
you
the
read?
first time in NFL history that a football player complained of being bullied.
Yeah, exactly.
I always thought that once you made the team, you had already, went through a trial of fire. There's no way you could be bullied or punked. You in the NFL, man. Come on, man.
they beat you
Did
down.
you think that?
They beat you down, man?
I know they beat you down, but they've been doing that for years. I'm
Exactly,
saying,
but
once
see,
you get
they're saying
you're
that
on
this
the
guy-
team, you have your locker with your name on it. It's synonymous with tough guy.
Right.
I always, even if you're a kicker, you know what I'm saying? I
Well,
was bullied. Come on, man.
Really? I wouldn't say that applies to kickers at all. But in this situation, man, the issue is it got racial, and this guy just couldn't take it anymore.
You didn't think it got racial when Jim Brown was on the team? Come on.
Yeah, but that
Did you ever hear Jim Brown talking when I was bullied?
That was the '60s.
Right, it was much
it
worse.
was
The
different.
point I'm making, it was much worse. Did you ever hear Jim Brown say he was bullied? No.
Well,
You heard people
'cause
say I was
Jim
knocked
Brown
out by
was
Jim
the
Brown.
best player
Wait a minute.
in the NFL. I doubt he had anything.
What his playership aside, I'm talking about. You never heard of anyone say Jim Brown say I was bullied. You heard people say I was knocked out by Jim Brown.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
So
this guy's
I heard
not
the
knocking
same
people
things.
out.
I heard the same things. Like, then Jim Brown knocked this one out. So me growing up with that, growing up with the whole image of a football player is kind of different now to me because I've never heard of a professional football player
Yeah.
saying, "He bullied me in the locker room."
He left.
I never heard that before. I never heard that.
He left to get counseling.
He quit the team. He quit the team.
Well, we don't know if he quit. We don't know if they're
Yeah,
having
they
him
said
back.
he quit the team. No, not the bully. The actual guy who was the
Yeah,
victim.
Jonathan Martin.
Said he quit. He walked off and quit the team because he can't take it.
He walked off on a Tuesday and
You don't think that
that's
that's showing a shift in the force?
I do. I
Yeah,
do.
man.
The fact
Usually
that
football
he
players
was,
just duke it out and
This
Listen,
is about political correctness, right? It's like what's happening in comedy.
taking it too far.
the fact that
I was
the
bullied.
fact that,
Come on,
that
man.
the focus is on this, and listen, the NFL's
So now they're
conducting
going to
an
have
investigation.
anti-bullying in the NFL, and they're going to come out with that sensitivity
and
classes.
what happens now? What happens? Like, how do you?
Then they're going to
how do you
ban
haze
trash
guys?
talking. And come on, man.
Don't you think bullying kind of prepares you for life in a way?
Yes.
When you're a
Yes.
kid, somebody
Yes.
messes with you.
Yes.
You know
But
the
the
world's
point-
not a
Yes.
happy
Yes.
place.
Absolutely.
But the point is here, they're saying Richie Incognito took it too far, and he got personal, and he got racial with Jonathan Martin and his family, and threatened
like I said,
him with
I'm sure
too much.
in the world of professional football, guys have done all of that.
You ever get bullied when you were a kid growing up in Brooklyn?
For a short period, yes.
Yeah.
And then I learned how to get on that team.
yeah.
Yeah. I had to quickly.
You would look after Eddie, right? When he was your younger brother.
Right, that's the reason why I wasn't spending too much time getting bullied. I had to turn that around real fast. I had brothers, So if your oldest brother is a wimp, everybody in the family suffers, I had an uncle who was a wimp, so it came directly to me. Like, he was 4 years older than me. I remember one time I came up on Bushwick Avenue in Brooklyn, Bushwick and Linden, and it was a big crowd of kids, and somebody was getting their butt whipped. Can I curse on there?
No.
You can say butt whipped, but you
The
can
whole
say
studio went, no. This is not satellite. Anyway, and I looked down, and it was my uncle. I immediately dove in the fight,
Yeah.
got involved. Next thing I know, I was looking at him. He was standing in the crowd at me, and I was fighting this guy. I'm like, how did you even get out of the mix? What are you doing over there? He like Houdini. All of a sudden, he was over there, and now I'm bouting this guy. The guy was 4 years older than me. Of course, I lost the fight.
Did it get pretty rough growing up in Brooklyn when you were?
Yeah.
What part of Brooklyn are you from? Roosevelt, is that where?
Roosevelt's in Long Island.
Okay.
Are you from New York?
No, I'm not. I'm from Canada.
Okay.
From
Canada. So Canada. You said that. Yeah, Roosevelt's in Long Island.
Okay, right.
I lived in the Bushwick section. I lived in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
I lived in Brownsville. I lived all over Brooklyn.
Yeah. Brownsville, home of Mike Tyson and Larry King.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Larry King's from Brownsville.
Larry King. Larry King, I don't think he's from Brownsville. Mike Tyson's from Brownsville.
Yeah.
Zab Judah, Brownsville.
So what do you think?
So you had to dive in to kind of establish where you were in the pecking order. And the point
everybody else did too.
The point is exactly, and that's what normally guys do. That's what guys.
That's what used to
other
happen.
players.
But I'm saying we're going in a direction now where that's going to be the thing to do, you know, and that's very wimpish, man.
Dude, it used to be that you didn't ever let the other team see you hurt. You didn't ever stay down on the field.
Talking about me in the locker room.
Now,
come on, man.
Now they're staying down on the field. Now they're saying that their feelings
where I never thought
are
I would
hurt.
hear that. The hockey league and the football league, because I always was like, well, if you play professional hockey, you ain't afraid of nobody.
Right.
Because at any moment, your teeth could be getting punched down your throat. When you sign a contract, you know that. So none of those guys are punks. You play professional football. None of those guys, in my opinion, are punks, man, or wimps. None of those guys.
Well,
look what they're doing for a living.
That's why
so you don't associate.
People are supporting the guy who was doing the bullying. There are players out there
supporting the bully
who
or
are
the
supporting
victim.
The players. Most of them are supporting the bully in this situation.
And I would support him too, because he just basically cleansed the league of a wimp.
Yeah, well, that's what he was trying to do. Now it comes out that the coaching staff asked him to whip Jonathan Martin into shape.
Oh, he whipped him right out of the league.
Yeah,
he whipped him back to his cap.
I think it's the media.
There's a lot that goes into it, man.
The media is looking for a story here. They're trying to turn it into something.
Well,
so
it is a story because,
about.
just like Charlie said, I mean, there's no precedent.
Put it like this: the guy who complained, I'm sure he wished he didn't complain at this point. All of his friends like he was bullying you.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Imagine what his relationship is with his girl right now. They're laying in bed, it's quiet. He's hulking with muscles. He's hulking with muscles, and his girl's like, "So is someone bullying you, darling?" That's weird, man.
It is.
You can't. When you look like that, you can't complain about. You have to keep it to yourself. It's just like if you're a rapper, you can't call the police if you get robbed. You can't. You just got to get robbed and just act like it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. The moment you dial 911, your rap career is over. I don't want to hear what you did after I seen you filing a complaint. The same thing with football. Mm-hmm. You complain someone was bullying you in the locker room. What's going to happen if you get to the Super Bowl? They're going to really get bullying in bully mode. You're going to complain?
It is.
He's hitting me too hard. It's football.
Yeah.
You
Listen, well, like I said, I would say the majority of guys believe that Richie Incognito is in the right here. And now that the coaching staff apparently was on board with this, it opens up a whole bunch of new questions, which is insane.
Are we getting too sensitive? That's the main question. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Are we getting too sensitive?
It's happening in comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening in sports.
Yeah.
It's happening on social media.
Yeah. It's happening
what are we gonna
everywhere.
do?
Are we getting too sensitive?
This is something that maybe you could talk about. Do you talk about this in your stand-up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I do it in a very insensitive way, on purpose. It's like, come on, we're going to rewind the tape back to, back in the day. We're getting too sensitive, man. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to laugh at yourself, laugh at everything around you. And when everything is based on being politically correct, then you take on the era of phoniness after a while, or aura of phoniness. Yeah. It becomes phony. I really feel like saying you're whatever, MF, but I don't say it. I go, you M-word. No, say what you feel, man. That's not giving you no satisfaction. Say the whole, every syllable, hit it. Yeah. It's the reason why those words exist. Use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Where are you off to next on the road? Where's the next spot?
Raleigh. Is it Raleigh? Yeah, Raleigh. I'm doing the New York Comedy Festival this week. First,
you're at Caroline's this weekend.
I'm at Caroline's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we're going down to Raleigh. Charlie Goodnights, right?
Oh yeah, good club. I've been there. I've been to Charlie Goodnights, Caroline's.
You know what I seen happen at Charlie Goodnights? I'm never gonna forget this as long as I live, man. And what made it funny is that it was a heckler. After the show, he didn't heckle me. He was heckling. I heard his voice. He was heckling, and after the show, how Charlie Goodnight has that the staircase in the back, the metal staircase that goes. and it has like patios on it.
Yeah, I go smoke
We
out
was on
there.
like the 3rd level, okay, standing, you could see the whole parking lot.
Yep.
That guy staggers out after he was raising hell on the club, and he's with his girl. And he beelines it to this car and starts cursing out the driver. And you couldn't see anybody else. And he was telling the driver, get out the car, I'm gonna beat you, blah, 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 blah. So then all of a sudden, all 4 doors on the car open, and at least 7 Mexicans got out. I thought he was talking to one guy.
Wow.
They whipped him till he was underneath the car, man.
Not a good night at Charlie Good
They
Nights.
had to drag him back from under there. And then when they drove off, he was laying in the parking lot, knocked out, cold. And me and Richard was there. I said, "You're Rich, man. Wow, look at that guy. He's stretched out." And then he wakes up and he says to his girl, "And you didn't help me?" And he starts whipping her. Just as the police drove up, and they arrested him and took him away. Then what made the story funny was the very next day we came to work. And, you know, all the waiters, I was cool with them. One of the waiters had one of those boots on, you know, when you break your leg or whatever. And I'm like, well, because I didn't connect the two things. I was like, what happened to you, man? He was like, last night I got into a fight in the parking lot. I had to put my foot up this guy's ass. And I was like, wow, you actually broke his foot kicking that guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he worked
That's what
it.
I call breaking it off. He broke his foot off for real. He had a boot on the next day, man.
Good. Well, everyone go see.
I deserved it.
Everyone go see Charlie at Charlie Good Nights.
And you might see somebody get it broken off in their butt in the parking lot.
Yeah, and at Caroline's this weekend. Charlie Murphy, so great to meet you.
So great to meet you, and this is some great lager here. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, when I came in here, we came straight from, what's the name of that Mexican restaurant? You ever go there?
Which one?
El Azteca.
No.
Azteca on 9th Avenue, right? 1953rd. You got to go there, man.
Nice. Okay.
They got great tequila, Don Julio, of course, and the food is good too.
That sounds good. Cheers,
That's
Charlie.
what's up.
Azteca.
Cheers.
Cheers. And everybody out there, I want you to go out,
Charlie
go
Murphy.
out there and get you some of this Tom Green special. What's it? Tom Green beer.
Tom Green beer. Thank you,
Tom
Charlie.
Green beer is all that.
Awesome. Thank
Charlie
you.
Murphy drinks Tom Green beer.
Yes,
Remember
thank
that.
you. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, we'll be right back. Stick around. You're watching the
first-
Artie Lange Show.
First, we got the DraftKings.
Oh, yeah.
Artie Lange listeners won serious money this past weekend on DraftKings.com. You were not one of them. You need to check out DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football league. DraftKings takes watching football to a whole new level. Now you can win instant cash every week, every game by playing fantasy. DraftKings is 1 week fantasy football. 1 week means no season-long commitments, no being stuck with the same players, just instant cash, instant gratification. You pick your team in minutes, and you could be winning your share of the $200 million DraftKings is awarding this year. Anyone can do this. True story. One guy won $100,000 his very first time. $100,000 day one. Right now, DraftKings is giving Artie Lange listeners up to $600 free. That's right. For every dollar you deposit, DraftKings will match it up to $600. That's $600 absolutely free. Hurry. This amazing offer expires this Friday. Visit DraftKings.com now and enter promo code ARTIE for up to $600 free. Enter ARTIE today at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. Artie Lange Show, back after this.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.